Hi family, so I am back. I had to go and change quickly because I wanted to have this video posted on Friday. So if I had on the same clothes, you might get a little bit mixed up. But I'm so excited about this letter. So I'm going to be reading, but I'm going to be inserting some of my comments as well. So we can just go straight on. So on Thursday in the last video, I said, then you are wondering what the last hurdle could be. Here it is, and I'm quoting now. The last necessary step in the dreaming prayer sequence is that we hand our dream over to God to fulfill or not, as He wishes, and then go off and leave it with Him. With this final test available to us, we need have no fear of trying to use God for selfish ends. We are only asking that His will be fulfilled in us. End of quotation. And family, when I think about the whole journey, the whole odyssey, as it were, of writing this book, and in 2003, at the end of the very first prayer letter, when I wrote that someday, by God's grace, it would be published to the honor and glory of God, I could not know between 2003 and 2019, those years, all the various things would have happened. And then to come to 2019, and now it is 2026. We serve an awesome God. You know, some people were waiting. Honestly, some people were waiting. And if you do not understand what I mean, you know, Lord has blessed me with a sense of humor. That is the truth. When you finish listening to this video, go and read Psalm 41, 8 to 10, and you will understand. Psalm 41, 8 to 10. Sometimes when persons step out in faith on a matter, as God shows them to do it, so they are, I don't know that I have any personal enemies necessarily, but they are enemies of faith. They are definitely enemies of faith. All right, anyhow, that be aside, but I trust any enemies of faith that were in my space over this journey, that they have been converted. All right, so I go on to say here in the letter, I do not know how you feel, but I think these ideas are absolutely dynamic. As I apply this screening strategy to my own experience and the documentation of this adventure with God, I have asked Him to allow me to pass all facets of these tests. It certainly has been a testing time for me in many ways. On reflection, I can see why God told me not to write about certain encounters I had along the way, not to dwell on them. Even though I did encounter some incongruities of human behavior, I was not to allow those experiences to allow me to become bitter or cynical in any way. To be caught in such a snare would have destroyed all creativity. I'm eternally grateful for the wonderful counsel God brought my way unexpectedly as He saw my heart and would gently whisper, "Never mind, keep your focus, we are with you." I didn't make that up, family. It's true. Right, where am I trying to get back here now? Right, God knew that His dream for me would be ruined if I stopped to parley with the fortune tellers or defend my actions to those wise in their own eyes. And here it is. I remember my good friend Bev, who was passed recently. She would always say, "Nola, don't come down." And you know the reference to the "don't come down." Nehemiah rebuilding the walls of Jericho, and his critics down at the bottom trying to tell him different things and distract him. Malapropism. Distract him from his purpose. We are not to be distracted. So I have a quotation here. Trust in the Lord. Oh, let me back up. I treasure these words, which would be good advice for any journey taken with God. For any such journey will have its naysayers. And this is the quotation here now. Trust in the Lord. Let not the feelings, the speeches, or the attitude of any human agent depress you. And maybe this is for somebody even now. I would not even know. Be careful that in words or act you do not give others to obtain an opportunity to obtain the advantage of hurting you. That's why you should always run into God. Keep looking onto Jesus. He is your strength. He will be the health of your countenance and your God. That's a quotation taken from a commentary that I love. It's online. It's called Our Father Cares, and it is that excerpt is from September 20. Let me hurry on. Words are weapons and can be used to bless or curse others. I thank God for the many persons who bless me with their words of affirmation and encouragement. Words can serve to strengthen and build up your spirit. I recall the words of Reverend Jeremy Francis of the Moravian Church. I wonder how he is. I've not connected with him in so many years. Right. Who at my 50th birthday celebration, that's almost 20 years ago, said he would put his neck on the block that God would keep me strong. I must again thank this young man for expressing in a public forum such words of assurance and positivity. What Reverend Jeremy did was to step on the platform of faith with me in a manner which did not smack of any hidden doubt. He still has that thick, sturdy neck. I'm going to pause here, and I feel quite encouraged to see if I could find back Reverend Jeremy. Wow, amazing. Anyhow, my time has long gone, so let me pause here. Thank you for listening. Bye, and try the prayer eye concept, all right?